Hi there, we're in Savage Lands today. So what we're going to do is take a look at taking on Kur. Now, what I'm going to do is assume that I haven't fought Kur yet, or Draconis. So I don't have any Drac gear, and I don't have any of the drops from Kur either, i.e. I don't have any Dragon Scale armor. So the best that you can do in that situation is when you arrive here, well, you can take on Kur earlier, but if you really spend the time to get all the best gear, what you're going to end up in is gold gear. But you're also going to be able to get this weapon here, Soulstorm. And because all you need to do there is you have to kill Lycor, you have to kill Rylok the Destroyer, and you also have to kill Meltok. And they drop 3 skulls. And there's another skull which is outside of the dungeon. Pick that up, 4 skulls open the door, and you go inside and you can pick up Soulstorm. So you don't have to kill Kur to get this. You can have Soulstorm first time you take him on. And of course, as you have to kill Lycor to get one of the skulls to open the door to get Soulstorm, you're going to have one of these, and that's a golden Reaver. So this is a pretty good combination of swords. Let me just have a quick look. I think the two of these together swing for 119 per minute, do a damage per second of 280, which is pretty good. Now, the best combination in the game, we're not going to use it today because we're going to assume that we haven't killed Draconis, but the best combination is Shadow Shroud and Soulstorm now. This has been buffed over the last year. It used to degrade when it was in your hand, but it doesn't do that anymore. Damage has been buffed up to 190, encumbrance minus 40, so you're super fast if you're carrying it. But also it regenerates your health and it keeps you warm at the same time, so it does a lot of things as well as being the most powerful sword in the game. You might think that, well, hang on a minute, this one does 200, this one only does 190, but if you have 2 Drac swords, then these two swing for 113 per minute for damage per second of 377. Now these two have a faster swing speed of 122 per minute, and they do damage per second of 397. So this is the best combination you can have in the game. But we're not going to use that today. We're going to use what we assume we would have had if we hadn't killed Drac or Kur. So I'm at the arena now. If you've seen my previous playthrough, you know this is the same setup where I just put a house here with all of the stations in, and a couple of these guys back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back here, and I'm going to wait till nighttime, and I'll be back then, and we'll start from here. And the reason I want to start from here is that when we get to the arena, nothing will be there, and things will start to spawn in, and we can start to deal with it from there. And things have changed a little bit since the playthrough, in that before you had to kill a bunch of things, and you were never quite sure if there were enough bodies on the ground to stop any further spawn-ins. But now it's more explicit in that you need 6 lootable corpses on the ground. So when we get back to the arena, we'll be looking to put 6 lootable bodies on the ground, and then we know there's going to be no more spawn-ins. So you could go for Kur without doing that, but then you're going to have to deal with spawn-ins, and you might end up fighting a bunch of these guys here, the Elite Furies. And daytime you might end up getting Lycor spawning in on your back, and nighttime, of course, you might get Draconis spawning in on your back. And Drac and Kur at the same time, that would be quite a handful, especially in gold armor, because I think Drac 2 hits you in gold armor. But anyway, we're going to wait till nighttime. The reason I'm going to do it in nighttime is just because there are a couple of spawns in the arena, and you get these green crawlers. And it seems to me that you get a lot more green crawlers in the daytime. And as you need 6 lootable bodies on the ground, the green crawlers are non-lootable, so you have to sit around for a couple of minutes, wait for them to despawn, and then when another set of green crawlers come in, you have to kill them and then wait for them to despawn, and so on. Now, you do get green crawlers at night, but it just seems that there are fewer of them. So what I'm going to do is wait till nighttime and try and get 6 lootable bodies on the ground before taking on Kur at that time. The problem being at nighttime, of course, is that you might get Drac spawning in on your back, and if it's your first attempt at Kur, you're not going to have anything better than gold armor. And with Drac 2 hitting you in gold armor, then he's not somebody you can take on. But if Kur does spawn in as during the clearance, if you like, of the arena, then what you can do is just hit him with an arrow and just let him chase you out of the arena, and then he'll just stroll off eventually. So that's how we'll deal with Drac if he spawns in. But anyway, let's wait till nighttime and get to it. I'll see you then. And welcome back. So it's now nighttime, so let's get to the arena and get started. As mentioned, just doing this at nighttime just for preference, because I think you get fewer of those green crawling things. So let me just see if I've got settings at max here, because this is quite dark. Okay. So starting over there, so that when we get to the arena, so the moon's just coming up there, so it's just at the beginning of nighttime. So we've got a spawn in already. So what you see is that the Furies tend to come in twos. Now only one of these is going to be lootable, typically. I'm not sure if it's always that way. Actually, I'm not going to use that sword. I'm going to use this one. Only because Soulstorm is it's really expensive to repair, so I don't want to do it. For these guys, you just need to stay quite tight on them, and you generally miss getting hit. Now, another thing I've done is... a bit slow on that one. So, for example, that one's not lootable, so he's going to despawn. And he's no help to us, but this one is going to be lootable, so he's the one we want. Let's take him out, and that's one of our 6. Slow there. So there you go, that's one of our lootable corpses. So the spawn cap in the arena is 6. So once we've got our 6 lootable corpses, then nothing else will spawn in, because the spawn cap is met by either lootable corpses or things walking around. So this guy, really need to put on spirit armor for these guys. It's a spirit enemy. They go down faster, but they do more damage than these guys, curiously. But these guys only come in singles, not pairs, so he'll be another one of our 6 at least. So without spirit armor there, he would have taken about half of our health with those 2 hits. But with spirit armor, he only takes about, what's that, a little under a third. But anyway, let's remember to put back in gold. We should heal up a little bit. Hopefully this guy's lootable and he's going to contribute to our... There's another one over there. This guy's quite enthusiastic. So that's a lootable one, which is good. So that's now 3. 3 to go. This one will be 4. So we do have a couple of those green crawlers in. But as mentioned, I've just got a feeling you get much fewer at night time. The green crawlers just S&D key and they can't seem to touch you. Oh, and more over here. Oh yeah, they come in 3s, so this is just the 3rd of them. So it's distracted there. Was that guy lootable? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he was. Let's just get rid of this guy anyway. Get him over here. That guy wasn't lootable because his partner was. So again, just recount. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these green guys will despawn eventually, but until they do, nothing else can spawn in their place. So we've just got to wait. So one thing I did is I started with all of the gold armor at 100%, just so we can see how much damage is done in taking on the Furies and also Kur. So we've lost 7% so far, 3% there, 7% there, 5% on the boots. Because what you find is that with Soulstorm and the Golden Reaver, which is what we're going to take on Kur with, you're going to lose approximately 20-25% on the helmet. So as long as this is over 25%, you're actually going to be okay. You only lose about 15% on the Cuirass, I think. We gain 25%-ish on this one, about 25. I can hear some footsteps. There's something's around somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, so all we can do now is wait, mainly for these three guys to despawn there. So it's still pretty early in the night because the moon goes over here and sets there. So we should be able to get the other two bodies. Plenty of time. So I'm just gonna wait a while. I'll be back once we get another spawn. So 1 minute and 18 seconds waited. So what I did is I put Soulstorm in my number 3 slot and made a point of holding that because you regain health while you're holding Soulstorm. Just make sure I've got the right armor on. Yep. These guys, you need to stay tighter on their back. So he's not lootable, so this guy will be. And there's another guy over in the back there. He's lootable, so that's now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this guy is lootable, then that's our 6. When they come in singles like this, they're not always lootable. So you may or may not be. We're about to find out. These sword guys, the S and D key seems to freeze them sometimes. They just follow you around like he did. Yep, that's 6. Alright, so we've now got 6 corpses on the ground and nothing else is going to spawn them in. So we are free to call Kur and not get bothered by anything else. So let's do that. So, well, let's go summon him first. So to summon Kur, if you haven't done it before, you just need to go up to this gong here and you press E or Q once you're facing the gong. But you have to have one of these things in your inventory, and that's a Heart of Tarbat. So if you've got at least one of those in your inventory, then you'll hear the words, I come. So now it's just E or Q, so I'm going to press E, done, and he's on his way. So let's just arm up anyway. Here's your I come. He always comes from this direction here, and it takes a couple of minutes to arrive. So that's our weapon combination that we're going to go with. I'm only going to use bandages, so every time he hits us, what we should see is that he only takes about 1/4 of our health, or a little bit less than that actually. So once he's hit us twice, we'll be about 50% down on our health, and then we'll take one of these bandages, which gives us 50 back pretty quickly as well. So while we're wailing away at him with our weapons, as soon as we get to roughly 50% health, we're going to hotkey a bandage. So actually, we're not at full health, so I'm just going to do a bandage now. Bandages are cheap, so we would probably be at full health by the time we got here anyway, because Soulstorm's restoring our health. Just going to eat too. There you go, everything's maxed out. So here he comes now. Oops, into the fire. So he always lands right here, so you can just stand here and then start wailing away as soon as he lands. And he is going to disease us as well, but that's not a problem, just ignore it. Okay, let's go. Oh. I think he landed on our head there. So there's your first hit, that quarter health gone. So just keep in position on behind his leg here. It's just a habit, I'm not saying this is the best position, but it's just where I'm used to being. So now I'm going to hook the bandage down. So as you can see, this sword combination cuts him down pretty quickly. And each hit is only taking less than a quarter health. There's a bandage there. So bandage on for the next hit. And he's down anyway, so, and there you go, that's Kur. So we got a hammer of the worms, which is good because we can use that mining rocks and slightly more powerful than a gold hammer. Got a dragon heart and a bunch of other things. So this is, you get dragon scale armor. You can't make it, you can only get it from killing Kur and him dropping it. So you'd have to kill him a number of times to get the full set because each time it's random which one you get, be it helmet, gloves, boots or cuirass. So you probably got to kill him like maybe 10-15 times before you get the full set here. But anyway, hopefully that was helpful, and so let's just loot him and go, and thanks for watching. So I'll do another couple of videos on getting Soulstorm and a couple of other things as well, and anyway, thanks for watching, bye.